Hello everybody! Oh my god, I know it's been a while since I've been streaming and there's a lot been going on in my life. Excuse the mess behind me. I know there's a bit of a mess. Basically I've started dating someone and things are going particularly well, so I've been spending a lot of time with her. That's the only real excuse I've got at the moment for why I've been quiet. Ignoring that, what I'm doing today is something I am super excited about. So, for those of you who don't know, I have a Raspberry Pi 3 Model B, which sits in the corner of my room here. And what that does is it runs a server console that has all my media stuff in it. I'm also going to be moving out in a few months, and I have a large TV to go in my bedroom, but at the same time, in my bedroom, in my living room, but at the same time I have nothing to connect to it, other than perhaps an aerial, which I've just done a bit more. Which might not be the best thing. So I wanted to create a home theatre personal computer, HTPC, using a Raspberry Pi. And for this I've actually got the brand new Raspberry Pi 4 Model B, so it only came out late last year, I want to say. So this is the 4GB model instead of the 1GB model, which is very similar to the Raspberry Pi 3. So this is the super fast sort of thing. There's been a few issues with this, which is with it overeating and stuff like that. So not only is this a Raspberry Pi, but this is the LabSys kit, which also has all these fun little gadgets and things to keep it cool, has a nice case for it, all this sort of thing. So I'm just going to jump straight into it and start the build, I suppose. So I've only opened this box once, and that was just to get a cable ready for later on in the stream. This is not focusing at all. So first we actually have got the Raspberry Pi 4 computer. I'm going to put that to one side, because we're going to come back to that. Inside the box as well, you get other little goodies. The first one is a dedicated power brick for the Raspberry Pi. Believe it or not, they don't usually come with power bricks because they actually use USB Type-C connectors. But you can sometimes get underpowered and stuff if you don't get the right plug for it and blah blah blah. It's so useful to have this kit because you'll get the right plug and the right thing for it straight out the bat. Put these down here. Also have put that to one side. We also have a 32GB micro SD card, right there, that has got Noob's new out-of-the-box software set up on it that allows us to get set up really nicely and quickly, which is awesome. We have a collection of heat sinks, which we'll be putting onto various parts of the Raspberry Pi. We have a tiny, teeny fan and a screwdriver for connecting it all up together. And we even have a little USB stick that allows us to put software onto the little micro SD card if we wanted to. Put that back here for now. And of course, we have the case itself. So this, I've got the Canna case with the other one. This is a new case that I've not tried before. This one has the capability of installing the fan right at the top there, so that fan goes into there. So this is what I'm going to be working with for the next few minutes. I think inside here it should separate into 3 parts, I'm hoping. Like the Canna kit I had. Yeah, it does. There we go. So in here we've got a set of screws and bolts. That's for the fan. So we'll need that later on. And with a tiny screwdriver they got me. Now let's look at the piece de resistance, the thing I'm really excited about. This is the computer. This computer is the thing that's going to be running my home theatre PC. Yeah, a Raspberry Pi. I love Raspberry Pi's character. This is actually what's going to be running my HTPC, believe it or not. This tiny thing, and it's no bigger than a credit card, honestly. So like I said, this is the 4GB version. I wanted the more powerful version. The only issue there's been is overheating, but I'm hoping with this little kit we'll be okay in terms of overheating wise. Hopefully. That's it, that is the Raspberry Pi. Inside here is just documentation. Honestly, it does have a warning about overheating on it, and what you should do to avoid that, but one of the things you can do is put it into a case. So that there is the new Raspberry Pi 4 Model B. Wow. So what's amazing about this one is such a small computer, so powerful, it costs £100 for this entire kit. This itself only costs £60, so it's ridiculously cheap, but has the ability of outputting to 2 different HDMIs using micro HDMI, which is why I've got this cable set here that's set up to an Elgato so we can see it later. but it can output 2 displays at 4K resolution. For something this small that can do that, I love it. Maybe you accidentally blew one up. That doesn't surprise me. These things do heat up something fierce, which is why I've got this kit to make sure that doesn't happen, because this is going to be my daily drive room, as I'm going to come downstairs first thing in the morning, turn on TV, and this is what's going to run it. So I'm hoping not to blow this one up. Jesus Christ, Carnita. Must have been a experience and a half. Okay, so how did this go back on? Before, I think it went like that, didn't it? So I think this needs to sit here. Yeah, that's it. No screws required, by the way, to screw it into the case. The case just literally sits on top of things. It's beautiful, but I'm not going to carry on putting the case on yet, because first I need to put the heat sinks on. So inside here we have got the CPU, so that is a quad-core processor, if I remember correctly, at one point. Happened when you were at school. What? You don't understand this, Random? I'm here to teach you guys. This is a tiny little computer that's running my home theatre kit. That's what this is going to be. Please tell me what happened at school, Connor. So this is ever so interesting. But this here is a quad-core 1.5 gigahertz processor compared to the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B, which I've got, which is the 1.3 gigahertz. So that's already a boost, and then this beautiful thing here is 4 gigs of RAM in a tiny, tiny little... Oh, I love it. It's a long story. Well, I said, you know, I'm going to teach you about Raspberry Pis and the beauty that they are. So it's actually made... I think Raspberry Pis were made in Britain as well, which, you know, props to my own country. But I love the Brits. So we've also got a small video chip that's put here. So we need to cool down the CPU, the RAM, and the small video chip. I'm going to do that by putting in heat sinks. Pretty sure. Let me just make sure I've got the right ones for the right places. Yeah. Okay, so these use 3M stick. Simplest thing in the world. You just peel off the back. Stick it onto whatever you want to cool. So we'll cool the CPU. There we go. So heat sinks will attract the heat away from the main thing. Pie. I know I kept saying the word raspberry, and someone was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get food." I'm like, "No, you're gonna watch films off food? No, it's just what it's called. It's called a Raspberry Pi. Yeah, it's cute and it's adorable. Look, it's got a little raspberry there." But yeah, heat sinks attract the heat away, and then using things like this tiny little fan that's gonna go in the top, we can get this nice and cool. And hopefully work beautifully. Here's the short version. I used to use it to power a robot arm. I love what people do with Raspberry Pis. I'm doing such simple shit with it. But that's amazing, kind of, so that you are able to even try and do that. I can't believe they taught you that at school. That's amazing. You want to go for some pie right now? Pie's such an American thing. Like, if I say I want to go for some pie, I'm thinking like steak and ale. Like chicken pie. Not like, what do you guys get? Like apple pies and stuff. I want to try an American pie, because it sounds really good. Hopefully nothing like the film. That's just sex. There we go. Okay, so that's all the heat sinks in place. And then I should be able to pop in this top cover here. There we go. Perfect. Just put that to one side. Let's get the lid. And let's install this fan. But all it did was make a massive poof sound, which was it exploding. Jesus Christ. But it's still amazing that you were able to try something like that. I wouldn't even know where to start, honestly. I love what I can do with a Raspberry Pi. I love that's running my media server, and it's on 24/7. It's also a thingy network attached storage system. So I've got a portable hard drive connected to it, which of course helps with the storage server. So it needs to suck it in. It needs to go that way, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm guessing how I install this is to screw into the. Have you done anything fun with the previous iterations? Like I said, my previous Raspberry Pi 3 Model B. I can actually show you a Raspberry Pi 3 Model B quickly. Not exactly show you, but this is something I'm going to be using later on, which is why it's open. But if I open up the VNC viewer, This is how I access my PlexPi. So this is it here. And this has got a Bluetooth connection to it, so I can actually stream music to my CD player. I messed around with Steam Link. I want to see how it worked because I'm going to be using Steam Link on the new Raspberry Pi. But yeah, I'm still early days. But I've not done much with that. This is going to be the first thing that's like a big project, I feel, with this. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Just get all these out. With probably the smallest little screwdriver in the world. Yeah, I just screw it into a bolt, don't I? Shit, I hate doing that. There we go. This one. Have fun making a computer of some sort. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'll see you around, random. I am going to be putting a Bluetooth audio player on this as well, but that won't be happening today. Because I haven't received the Bluetooth adapter for this one yet. And I want to keep the other one in my other Raspberry Pi because I use it now and then. Because I've got a CD player in the corner where my little Raspberry Pi Plex media server's running. And I can connect to it on my phone and just start playing any music. It's great. I love it. Oh, they gave you a spare bolt. Fucking love it. I love it when people give you spare things, like, just in case you lose one. Just that little extra thought and care. See, extra screw as well. Love it. Good thing too, nearly lost that one. Ah! Difficulties with the last one. There we go. So we have our fan connected there. Now this needs to connect into the GPIO header. It needs to connect to those two ports there. So fiddly, this bit. There we go, that should work. Should be in the word. And then let's just pop the lid on it. It's the other way around. There we go, so that's the Raspberry Pi having been built in terms of aesthetics, I suppose. So we need to put in our new out-of-the-box software on this microSD card. Let's put these somewhere safe. So there's a little microSD card slot there. Can't remember which way it goes in. Open this way. Maybe not. That way. No, that looks right. There we go. So before I turn this on, I need to show you guys a couple of other things that I'm going to be using with this, because I'm going to be using it to try and set this up as well. So because this is a home theatre PC, I need to have something that's wireless and accessible from the desk. From the TV on my sofa, sat there cuddling. So the first thing is a keyboard and mouse setup that I can use on my lap. So this is the Logitech keyboard. I don't know what was it? A Logitech thingy? I've got it over there. It's a Logitech keyboard. And on here we actually have a mouse click button there. We've got a mouse trackpad and obviously a nice keyboard. And that connects wirelessly using this. So let's pop that one in. Also, by the way, another thing they've upgraded with the Raspberry Pi 4 is there's now 2 USB 3 and 2 USB 2 ports. I'm going to put in the USB 2 port because it doesn't need a massive connection speed. So there we go. So that's an easy way of doing it. It's also got action buttons for music, next track, previous track, that kind of thing, which will come in handy, as well, of course, volume controls. But I also have something else that I absolutely adore for this. I have this. It's a remote control. It's actually a PC remote, and this remote control is designed to work with computers. I don't know if it will work with this, but at the moment it seems to be working. I've been using it with my Windows computer for a while, and it seems to work as a just a general input-output device. So it just works straight out of the box. It's fantastic. And that has this long-ass receiver, so obviously you'd put the receiver next to your TV. Let's put that one in as well. There we go. So we're nearly ready to turn this thing on, see if it works. Oh, nervous. So, I need to plug it in. I didn't think about doing this before I streamed, that would have made more sense. And obviously we need to plug in the video. So as I said before, this uses micro HDMI ports. So tell me which one's 1 and which one's 2. Like, is there a preferred one? No, I think you just put in whatever you like a normal graphics card. So let's pop you in there. Go. And I have got a plug behind the screen. Okay, I'm just going to swap over to the Elgato screen. You might not see much going off on there, and it does take a few minutes for it to kick in sometimes. Just in case it does something straight away. That hasn't done anything. There you go. So it says that because that fan is belting. Sorry, I didn't notice the microphone kicked out. So it started up. I don't know if you can hear it. It's a loud fan, very loud fan. Not getting anything yet. Let's just try turning it off and on again. Let's make sure that that card is in properly. So that's the software it's running. Hopefully get something out of it soon. That fan is working overtime though, I swear to God. Just getting no visual at all. I don't know if that's because of the Elgato or what. Seem to be stuck on this colourful screen, which is kind of what a Raspberry Pi looks like when it first turns on, but it doesn't usually take long to start, to be honest with you. We'll just try this card one more time. Oh, can't even get it out now. Okay. The issue I've got is it's not clicking or anything, it's not telling me that it's definitely in, it just sort of sits there. So if this doesn't work now, all I can say is I'm going to try and through the screen, and I'll try and make a webcam film my screen. It's not the best option with these things, is it? But if it works, I suppose. Send it back on. Okay, we're still getting nothing through this, so let's just disconnect the Elgato for a second. So, swap to this view for a bit. Let me just plug this into the back of my main screen so you'll see my webcam move a bit because it's on top of the screen. Oh god, don't look at the mess. Ugh. Okay. Sorry, that's the most disorientating thing for you, I'm sure. So let's have a look to see if that is coming through. No, it's doing the exact same thing as it was doing on the Elgato. I've done something wrong. Let's see if we can figure it out, shall we? So let's plug this back into the Elgato, because that probably means the Elgato is working exactly like it should have. Oh god. Where's that camera gone? Failed streams with Stacy. It's down here, Jesus Christ. Oh. Fuck. There we go. Getting someone out. Okay. So the GPIO is a semi-guess. I've got some basic research to it. So I wonder if it's the GPIO that's the issue. So let's just move my now disconnected HDMI cable. Put it back into the Elgato. So you guys can see it when if and when it turns on. Let's disconnect the GPIO for now. Also, I'm going to try and push this out. Think before you do, Stacey, think before you do. Push the bottom out again. That shouldn't be an issue. Basically de-rig the entire thing that I've just worked on. There we go. Pull out the card. Let's have a look at this card. Port. So it's there. That's definitely how it goes in. There's no two ways about it. So I think it's a GPIO issue. Oh, I've got a dud Raspberry Pi, can you imagine? Doing this on stream and it's a dud. I'd be so pissed. I'd be so fucking pissed. Okay, so it definitely goes in. Upside down, like that. Right? Oh, fuck, I've forgotten. Was it a second ago? Right, it's going in upside down. Like that. It does stick out a bit, that's fine. Okay. Let's plug it back in. Goes in upside down. Like that. There we go. We'll leave the hood off it for a minute. Shouldn't overheat with just a little bit of general use. Should be fine. Go. So let's have a look at the Elgato. So let's have a look and see what is actually on here. I was hoping it was just me putting the GPIO in wrong. There's definitely some heat coming off it, so it's definitely trying to process something. I think. Let's plug this in. Have a look. Am I putting the wrong way? There we go. Heard the sound then. No. Fucking. Well, it's definitely in there. Look at it. It's just called recovery though. Let's re-download. Download Noobs. Do a network install. Because we're planning to connect to the network and download a particular operating system. So Noobs is just basically a list of operating systems that work with your Raspberry Pi. It looks exactly like. What's the file system on this thing? It's a FAT file system, so it's format it as a FAT. Capacity is 2.2 gigs. This makes sense. 32 gigabytes. I don't know why, I just feel like maybe the SD card's defunct. Just don't feel like I can trust it fully. I've got some spare micro SD cards, as luck would have it. Oh. I've used up all my spare micro SD cards. For fuck's sakes. I know where there may be one though. I can always get more micro SD cards, can't I? There you go, so what's that? Is it 16 gig? 8 gig. It's good enough to do it. Because according to that 32 gigabyte SD card we just got is 2 gigs. What? 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 You love the disk setup? Well, that's what's up. Yeah, sorry, I've got a lot of hard drives. So let's make sure we do this properly, right? No, piss off. Noob's easy. Noob's Lite contains the same operating system without Raspberry Pi loaded. Let's do follow the software setup guide. Set up your SD card. Okay. So we downloaded Noobs. We've downloaded Noobs. Format the SD card. This is what I wanted to know. It doesn't matter. Insert your SD card. Doesn't say anything in particular of how it should be formatted. Okay. It's been formatted. Extract Noobs from the zip archive and copy the files into there. So it's doing that now. Once it's done, you can eject it. And the rest is what we've been doing. Okay. So there we go, it's in here now. Let's try again. It's popping it in upside down. Let's plug the keyboard and mouse thing in as well. So that we have some sort of input and output device. Okay. Shall we try this again? Fingers. Seems to be stuck on it. Don't know why Noobs is just not loading. I really don't. This cable's in the way. can't. Just a colourful screen. CPU is definitely gaining a bit of temperature on it. Let's try it through the other HDMI port. Oh! Okay. I have something. I honest to God have something on my screen. Ah! Yes! Right, let's try and put this through the Elgato so you guys can see what I'm... Ah, it was the wrong HDMI port. Who would have knew? Who would have known? I'm gonna quickly, before I do that though, try and just plug the GPIO connection back in so I can keep it nice and cool while I work on it. There you go, fan is spinning. So stay nice and cool now. Oh, yes! Getting somewhere! Right, I'm gonna have to do the awkward thing with the screen again. Oh. Okay, let's switch you back to my computer. Switch you guys to see the Elgato view. And hopefully, you'll very quickly see.
Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind. The fire will burn and never die, looking through the eyes of a brand new life. And so just find me, just find me. Sparks will fly if we scream no. This is not how we're gonna go. We are the ones who will never let go. Just watch us run to where no one knows. We'll never grow. Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind. The fire will burn and never die, looking through the eyes of a brand new life. And so just find me, just find me. Sparks will fly if we scream no. This is not how we're gonna go. We are the ones who will never
That's a view and a half, eh? Psychedelic. Okay, so instead of doing it through noobs, I've just dropped the SD card and it's dark and I can't see it. Ain't life grand? Bear with me, I'm going slightly insane. That's the crappy one. There you are. Right. No, Winamp, leave me alone. Cancel, cancel. Okay, Storm. It's called it recovery again. What is going on? So I think that 32 gig one is working. So let's swap that back out. The higher capacity one. Just click format straight away. What? Okay, we might need to use a... shut up. Might need to use Disk Manager to format this properly. Oh yeah, it's not waste batteries on this. No, it's J and K, don't we? Guys, look at this. Disgusting. There we go, so that's formatted now. It's usable. At least it should be. There we go. OSMC, start. So many noises. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, Carnita, thank you so much for the host, dude. I'm sorry I haven't got any annotations on the screen. So anybody watching from Carnita's thing, hi, welcome. We're working on building a home theatre PC using a Raspberry Pi. Huh. So let's download some OSMC, which is the software I want to use. Perfect for the Raspberry Pi. 1, 2, 3 plus and 0, but it should work for 4. So let's do Windows installation. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Right, English, and we're going to install it on let's do Raspberry Pi 2 3 version I like, the most up-to-date one. Next. From an SD card, yes, next. It'll be connecting wirelessly. Gosh, I don't know. How is my network encrypted? I wonder if I can find out. let's just try things. So, BT hub, is it UB small? -C 5CH. We'll go to the 5 GHz connection. 5GHz. 5 GHz. Key. The one. I accept. There we go, grabbing the software. Bless you, bless me. Gosh, you have no idea the crap I've already gone through to try and get this working. Oh, stay hydrated. Especially seeing as this rate is going to be a long stream. This is the software I want to run on it. I want to run OSMC. Hope this doesn't cause any lag for anybody. Any frame rate drops or anything. Yeah, I'm downloading while uploading. Yeah, streaming is a form of uploading. Okay, it's extracting it. That's lickety fast. Yes. You're ready for showtime. Just gonna have everything ready there. Let's quit. Let's give it a go. Oh, something fell and it scared the shit out of me. Let's give this a go then. Similarly, pop that in upside down. The question is, do I remember which one of these it is? I think it's that one. Where is it? There we go. Right. Let's see what happens.
Living in the same routine, like the seasons I'm on repeat. It's a long way down. Trying not to follow suit. Don't let the color, I'll change the shade of it. I'm not afraid of it. I know I'm holding on to this, holding on. I know I'm holding on to this, holding on. Don't let me repeat it. Don't let me repeat change, so can you. So can you. For too long about the mistakes, while I resent, I learned to hate. Forgot your name. Fear the struggle to follow on. Need to focus to prove you're wrong. I'm not wrong. I know why. I know why. Holding on to this. Holding on. I know why. Oh, I know why. Holding on to this. Holding on. Don't let me repeat it. Don't let me repeat it.
Get this to work. It says there are devices built for the Raspberry Pi 4, like a Cody thing. So let's try that. Okay, with that being the case, I believe the 8GB card I had, I know I'm reducing the amount of space, but I can figure that out in the future. Did still have noobs on it. So let's try something different and hope for the best for that. Let's try this and cross our fingers, I suppose. I'm pretty sure it was meant.
Bumping on my grind all week, but you're losing sensation. Down for the count before you hit that beat. 'Cause I've been walking around that lifeline, hoping to make a good time last a while. Pacing around the mini bar, just reaching up to where you are. I'll take any excuse, take any excuse.
When I let my guard down, it's like you ain't even around. I just take the cool and lose myself into the crowd. 'Cause when I let my guard down, it's like they ain't even around. Just let me take a cool sip so I can finally let my motherfucker
Guard down, let my guard down. 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 The potion you're tasting started to recognize you were a fake. Quit acting like you're wasted. Just close your eyes until you feel that beat. 'Cause I've been around this late night life, witnessed all those holding back too many times. From the moment you feel the bar break, this night is only what you make of it.
'Cause when I let my guard down, it's like you ain't even around. I just take the cool sip and lose myself into the crowd. 'Cause when I let my guard down, it's like they ain't even around. Just let me take a cool sip so I can finally let my motherfucker.
Guard down, let my guard down. 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 Guard
When I let my guard down, it's like you ain't even around. I just take the cool sip and lose myself myself into the ground. 'Cause when I let my guard down, it's like they ain't even around. Just let me take a cool sip so I can finally let my motherfucking
Wash your hands so clean tonight. You can meet me on the other side. We're impatient like young gods. Feel the shifts in the air with me, and the light is what you can't see. Keep on dreaming against all odds. We are the ones about to break the mold. The curtain call, now we'll start the show. We are the ones about to lose control. We are the daylight. We are the daylight. We are the daylight. We are the Wake me up like a flower in spring. We're the sun when a new day begins. Like a spark that fuels the flame. Feel the earth shaking under our feet. Oh, this night is just all we need. When there's no one else to blame. We are the ones about to break the mold. The curtain call, now we'll start the show.
That.
We are the ones about to lose control. We are the daylight.
Hopefully that's hidden it. So I can't see because I'm not an Elgato view. Hey. Thank you, Kira. I know what that is, and I need to sort that. There we go. Thank you, Kira. So, what you might have seen is I've set up something called SSH, which is a connection system that allows me to operate the terminal inside this, because terminal doesn't work properly. But this is looking amazing so far. I'm loving it. So let's have a look. Okay. So we've done that. Cool. So we need to connect to this. Now the only way we can connect to this is actually, weirdly, through my computer. As strange as that sounds. So first we need to find the host IP. We can do that by entering my router's database and finding a new device. Probably this Raspberry Pi here. 192.168.1.71. We're connected via SSH. So we're logging in as what do we call it? HTPC. That was right. Oh, not that keyboard. This one. HTPC. The password. Access denied. typed a mistake there. Made a mistake. What? What? Let's see if we can change the password again. Let's make a temporary password if we can. Got any settings, options for settings in here? Maybe into the add-on section. Oh wait, hang on. I just saw it. I just saw it. Configuration. Network. Maybe I did network. Try services. Let's enable SSH. Oh, there's a good one. Disable the SSH password, shall we? That'll make things a lot easier. There you go, that's just crashed this, which was expected. Must be a typo in the password service. So, I'm not too worried about it being a static IP at the moment because it never needs to be, really. Definitely connected to it properly. When you accidentally press the wrong button and it wants to push and kill you. Do I still have it? Oh, I do. Cool. Open, use as, HTPC. Access site. There's no password! Meh. This is just hell. It's one thing after the other. Once I get to type in all the codes, I'll be fine. Oh. Should we just disable SSH entirely and then re-enable it and start it again from scratch?
How did you do that? How did you do that?
We won't disable the password. Set the password. TEMP for temp. Can't get that wrong, can we? Password is too weak. Okay. Temp 1, 2, 3, 4. Try that one. Didn't mean to put a slash in it. Password is too weak. Well, maybe we will put the slash in it then. Temp 1, 2, 3, 4 slash. Successfully changed. It would cause SSH connection problems, but the thing is, once the SSH connection has been done today, I don't need to access it again. I don't need to manually connect it in the future. So, I'm fine. I'm not worrying about it. Right, HTPC. EMP 1, 2, 3, 4 slash. How is that access denied? I don't understand. I honestly have no effing idea how that denies my access. really irritating. There it is, 192.168.1.71. Through Ethernet. Through Ethernet? Wait, what? It's not connected via Ethernet. I'm connected to the wrong Raspberry Pi here, aren't I? That's not the IP. That's the issue. What are these other ones? Oh. Obviously there's something we can alleviate away from it. So we know it's not, you know, so it's not 0.71. Could be 162. So let's try 162. If SSH is not enabled, it's just going to spit out, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. So it's not 162. Uh, 97. It's not 97. And is there any clues on the Elgato? I could say Elgato because that's what I'm clicking. On the actual thing of where it lies. Probably not. Is it even connected? That's a good start, isn't it? I've forgotten it. Oh, it's not my date. I've forgotten my Wi-Fi kit. I can find it on my computer. Just bear with. It's because I'm so... Whoa. Wait, no, I've remembered it. 3H. $154. I hadn't even connected it. Doesn't need to be static, like I said. It's not an issue, and it's got nothing to do with the modem and the network. It's because I hadn't connected to the internet. As silly as that seems. 168, because I've got another Raspberry Pi on my network, you see. HDMI can also carry HDMI. Trust me, it's not, because it's going through an Elgato. There we go. Yes. Log in as HTTP temp 1234 slash temp 1234 slash. Oh, so close yet so far. Okay, it's good I kept it on this mode. So let's do the stupid. Let's disable the SSH password again. Then it should be really straightforward, shouldn't it? We know now that it's working under 192.168.1.54. So let's put that one in. 154. Login as HTTPC. No supported authentication methods available. What? If it has SSH. Oh, fucking hell. Fun times to be had. Nothing is working. after. I'm using putty. One hit Bluetooth, OBEX. Okay. Let's try this again. New SSH password. It says set the password, so maybe it disconnected with Summit. Should be able without SSH. Well, not with what I'm trying to do, Kilo. Okay, don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. 3, 4, danger mark. Okay. So what it looks like happened was it conked out the SSH when it wasn't connected properly to the internet. So now we've sorted that. Hopefully being the word. Okay, so before I do anything else, we're double checking. We're connected to that one to 154. 154. And if I go on here, that you guys can't see yet, I know you can't, don't worry about it. HTPC, we know that's the name of the device. And it's A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, exclamation mark. Why is access denied? What am I missing here? There's something obvious. Maybe it's the system name. System name's right. Keyboard layer is not US. How dare it? Right, let's change the system name then. Because we are trying to use all capitals and stuff. Pi HT PC. Brainwave! I know what's wrong. It's to do with the SSH default name. It has to be. So let's try some things. Disable the SSH password again. Okay. Then I'm going to connect to it again as 154. Log in as Pi. That's the default name. No support authentication methods available. Okay. Let's Google an error. We're gonna get this done tonight. I swear to God. So disconnected. Hey Gabe, how you doing? Putty. Disconnected. No supported authentication methods available. Gotta love Google. Also had this problem, login from party as root was fine, but from the non-root user. Okay. You've been doing good. Awesome, dude. I'm getting somewhere with this build. I'm just hoping to get a little further. So let's try as root. No. Okay, let's try sudo. I'm setting up a Raspberry Pi as a library elect. Just enough OS for Cody. Login as sudo. No, I can't log in as a super user either. Oh, this is proving difficult, I'll admit. Proving really difficult, I'll admit. Okay, let's just see how much of what I want to do I can do on here, and then maybe I'll come back to this a different day. Yeah, it's a Raspberry Pi 4 Model B 4GB edition. So let's carry on trying things, shall we? I want to try and use this, but doesn't seem to. Okay, that could be the battery in it. I've had it for ages. Okay. Let's just do the things that we know this is meant to be able to do, so we can install from repositories, zip files, that kind of stuff. So first, we need to find some add-ons. So repositories, I believe I've got a repository for a pile of add-ons. Okay, I have tried to make this work through repository through UGit, which is sudo commands, but let's try this. So let's see what we got. Yeah, in order to create a non-sudo user on the Pi, you'd have to access the terminal to begin with. You can't access the terminal through LibreMC. It doesn't have a terminal. Which is the stupidest thing ever, but here's where it is. So we've got game add-ons. What's this? Controller profiles, game providers. Okay. Look and feel. GUI sounds. Let's have a look. Let's do a bit of customization. Aeon, Android TV, Apple TV, FTV, back row, API. I do like how this sounds. It's quite a nice one. Okay, skin. Now that'd be a nice little change. H2. Aeon. Getting no pictures. Well, that's something I'm going to have to look into in the future. See you in a sec, Gabe. Have I just lost connection? Fuck. Okay, I think it's going through updates. Press my add-ons. Don't have any. Turn off and on again. It's been stuck on that for a while. Don't see anything happening. Turn it off and on again. That's just irritating me. I feel like calling it quits at some point tonight because not much is happening the way I want to, and I think it might be an idea for me to access this on my own time. But hopefully you guys have learned something about the Raspberry Pi and its possibilities and options of what it can possibly do if things were working properly. I've also given me a chance to try some new technology. I've got 2 cameras now, as you can see. I've also got a Elgato game capture, which is how I've been managed to capture the exciting world of the Raspberry Pi. If, worked, that'd been brilliant. Wow, that fan is working overtime. Jesus Christ. It's a bloody fast one, though. Hear it, my god. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting any further with that today. So thank you guys for watching, because I've just hit into another problem, and I can't be arsed tonight. I think I've finally hit the wall for now, but I am definitely going to be looking into this later. So thank you. It's been a different type of thing. Thank you for allowing me to give me an opportunity to, try some new, exciting things that I haven't tried before. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Good night.